go. There we go. There's Extra Sloth yawning in the corner. He's bored and still existing. All right. Well. There you go. Now you're in it. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. We'll address that in just a minute. Let's get on with a little business here. You know the thing we do. Well, good evening. And tonight, you know, there's a whole myriad of things that everybody knows, and ask anyone any topic about anything that's ever happened or will happen, and somebody say, oh, you know, everybody knows that it's this. Well, guess what? Some of it is complete crap. Tonight, we will explore urban myths. We will determine whether or not some commonly known items are indeed true or not. My name is Chaos Jones. This, my friends, is the Chaos Theory Live. And good evening, everybody. Hello, welcome to the show. It's nice to see you. How's everybody's week? Is everybody doing well? Let's say hi to some folks that have joined us here in the chat room. Lining up nice and early. All of my favorite people are here. Let's say hello to Robin Van Dyne, the one and only Chris J. Asher from Down Under, Miss Mercy from Desmond Productions. Hello to Paula McCartan, Eddie Kitzhofer. Hello, Tammy. Gregory has joined us again. Brian Silvernail is in the room. Hello, Amy Rauch. And, oh, Millie's TV time. Hi, Millie. Nice to see you. How are you? And, oh, there's Jessica Smith. She's in and on it. She's got it. Here comes Sir Pickles himself. Phantom of Darkness is in the room. There's the lovely and talented Action Sloth. And I think we got oh, chauvinism at the buzzer bell gets in the room. Hello, sir. Good evening, friends and family and, oh, merrymakers of all ages. So, guess this week, of course, was the Valentine's week. And I hope that all of you out there at least got something nice, right? Or if you didn't get something nice, maybe something nice for someone you love. If there's anybody you love, and we all have our own tolerances for people in general. So, in order to try to keep up with the Joneses, I wanted to share what I got for Valentine's Day. I got a really cool gift, so let me get the blood of the enemies out of the way. Look, guys, this is the coolest thing ever that Action Sloth got for me. Watch this. Oh, this is so cool. This, my friends, it's a little glary, but I'll try to show it to you as best I can. This is a star chart, okay? This is an accurate representation of this night sky, but it's specific to when Action Sloth and I went on our first date. That was 25 years ago? Almost 26 years ago. It says, our first date, the stars aligned, and somehow, some way, you fell in love with me, just as deeply as I fell in love with you. Above is an exact depiction of the night sky on April 16th, 1993, as viewed from Rochester, New York, with literally the exact coordinates, latitude, longitude, 49 degrees north, 23.687 degrees, 36, and a whole bunch of damn numbers. That meant it was the movie theater where I took her on our first date in 1993. That's so freaking cool. I love you, lady. Thank you. Good gift. Very happy. Yes. Yeah, that was neat. All right. Here's Eddie. If anybody else has joined us, I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to the chat room. But okay, let's, okay, what did you guys get? Did anybody get anything good? Any good gifts? But, you know, chocolate, flowers, it's all like the standard issue stuff. Someone, you know, you gotta give some chocolate. Oh, Sean Springnall has joined us from the great land of Canada. Hello, sir. It's nice to see you. Millie's TV Time got the chocolate, of course. Jessica Smith got candy from all the friends. That's good. Let's see. I got nothing to do all day and play Spyro. That's what I got. You couldn't just even get like a dark chocolate heart or something, you know? Black is my soul. Right? Nothing? Oh, God. Eddie stacked firewood all day, Petunia destroyed Amy's Puddles hat. What the actual H, man? This is all not happy stuff. Okay, chocolates, flowers, dinner. I know that Robin Robin got like a full steak surf and turf kind of thing. That was cool. Like a full-on dinner meal thing. Spyro rocked it. Okay, well, I'm glad it was a romantic video gaming session. Phantom of Darkness was watching natural disaster footage on YouTube because, you know, nothing says romance like, you know, massive destruction. What in the world? Where's the romance, dude? Sir Pickles was tiling a backsplash lovingly, apparently. I feel like Sir Pickles there with the trowel and the bucket, and the Unchained Melody song from Ghost is playing as he's spreading the spackle on the wall. Oh, my love. Right? No? Okay. No. Sorry. Oh, I love a natural disaster. That's great. Tammy, I missed what Tammy said. Hold on, I'm gonna go back and see what Tammy said here. Oh, I missed it. No. Valentine's card that made you cry. Okay, so there is some actual romance left in the world. I'm glad it was happening. Of course I was spying on you. It's voyeuristic intention, sir, of the highest caliber, with only the best, and love the pants. So, wait, what? Pants? Whose pants? Whose pants are we talking about? I'm not wearing any pants.
What?
No, I never wear pants during the show. You know this. Jessica Smith, am I wearing pants right now?
You're wearing shorts.
Shush, quiet. You ruined the magic. They're not pants. All right.
You said Jessica Smith.
Yes, I did. Pants in the UK mean underwear. Oh, okay.
Way off track here.
Wow, we are way off track. Okay, well, thank you for coming to the show, and you know I love you all, but
Good night.
I'm gonna go. George Costanza, I'm gonna go out on a high note before it all falls apart with the dumb game. Okay. Robin got Brian work pants for Valentine's Day. Romance, baby.
I love you. Go get some money.
I love you so much. I got the ones with pleats. All right. Pants in Michigan, me pants. Trousers. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's all hike up.
Trousers in New York.
What?
Trousers in New York mean what?
Trousers in New York mean,
What?
I don't know. I think that's a dead end. I don't know where that one's going. Millie had to work. That sucks. Hopefully it was a good day. Pantalones. Right? We paid mucho dolores for the pantalones. All right. We got a game to play. All right. I'm sorry. I got us all off on a Valentine's track, and it's not even a Valentine's game. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take you through a magical, mystical journey through things that everybody apparently believes are true. Now, I have a wonderful stack of questions for you here. Some of them are true. Some of them are real. Things you may have heard of in your life, urban myths, urban legends, stuff that your parents told you, things that you have heard at the water cooler at work. But let's test your knowledge, let's test your savvy, and find out just how keen your intuition is. Can you guess whether or not it is true or a myth? Are we ready? Can I get a 1 in the chat room if everybody is playing? Let me know what's going on there. I have no idea what I'm saying because the trousers of Michigan means potatoes. And when you order steak and potatoes, you're really ordering trousers. We got a 1, we got a 1, we got a 1, 1, 1. How about one more for me if you would reach down below here on your display capture and hit that lovely little like button. I got 6 lights on there now. Let's bump that up a little bit. Promise the stream. Oh, if you are so inclined, let your family and friends know that it's time to play the game. Get them in the chat room. They just missed all the fun with Valentine's Day, but what the hell? Bring them in anyways. Hit the share button. Put it out on your social medias. And let's load up the room. It's family game night. It's time to play. Here we go. It's time for Urban Myth. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Question number 1. Here we go, folks. The first one up tonight. You tell me. Everybody knows that bee stings can relieve arthritis symptoms. Is that true or is that a myth? Aren't we a cult? Yes, we're the Joneses. Don't take direction well. All right, they're lining up. They're coming in. And And Chris Asher's going to start it off. Chauvinism's going to follow along. They're both saying false. Eddie Kitzoff saying kivit. I don't know what that means. Jessica Smith says nope. Millie's TV Time says it's a myth. Here we go. Action Sloth, Pickles. They're all coming in with myth. Here comes one guy who's going to go against the crowd. He's going to say it's true. My man, Phantom of Darkness. He believes it. Brian Silvernail says false. As does Robin. They always vote as a pair. We got a nope, and a nope. All right. Paul McCartan says false, and Mercy is coming in with a true. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that guessed that this was falsehood, that bee stings can relieve arthritis, you're wrong. This is actually true. The medical term is apitherapy. It is also believed to help rheumatism and gout. So yes, bee stings can indeed provide short-term relief to arthritis symptoms. However, it is not a cure. There you go. So there you got 2 people that got it right. I know, Millie. I said the same thing. Woohoo, I'm right. Bee stings are just distract. Oh, okay. Chris says it's not that the bee sting's actually doing anything for you. It's just distracting you from the pain of the arthritis. What say you? Because there's a new pain. You just don't feel the gout pain anymore. Forget the gout. This freaking bee stung me. Okay, could be some merit there. We're gonna cover when I get arthritis. I'm just gonna go cover myself in honey and visit a bee farm. What the hell? Right? You're gonna wear pants? I'm not. Might be a good idea.
You don't want to get stung in.
Moving on to the next question. Let's see. How about we go to the business world here? In 2005, the U.S. Postal Service attempted to impose a 5-cent surcharge on email in order to make up for lost revenue. Is this true, or is this a myth? 2005 was the rise of email, and the U.S. Postal Service decided that they were going to lose so much business they were ready to tax your email. Okay, we got a bunch of answers coming in here now. We got Amy's on the false, Chris on the true, Action on the false. True. Come down the line. Pickles, Tammy, and Phantom. Millie's not buying it. Chauvinism's following in, saying no way, Jose. Mercy's got a true on there. Paula says a myth. Brian's taking it. He says, yeah, that's true. Jessica says, I don't know, I wasn't alive. Sean says, I got no freaking idea, I'm Canadian. And Robin's going to go with the true. Eddie's on the false. Okay, Jessica still doesn't know. So let's find out the answer. My friends, indeed, the U.S. Postal Service has neither the authority nor the inclination to impose any such tax. However, this was a widely spread rumor throughout 2005 at the dawn of, you guessed it, the internet. That one is a myth. If you said is it false, give yourself a point. You are correct. I don't know what chicken nuggets has to do with anything. I say it's true because taxes are meant to kill us. Imagine how many emails they would lose. I swear to God, I sent the email like a week ago. You haven't gotten it yet? No. I definitely didn't delete that. All right, well, poop. We'll do that after the show. Let's go on to celebrities. How about this? It's common knowledge that movie critic Gene Siskel specified in his will that he be buried with 2 thumbs pointing upwards. Is this true, or is this a myth? You tell me. What do you say? Let's come on in here. PG Phantom, PG. There we go. Here we go. And AOL was going to donate 10 cents for every elderly arthritis patient stung by a bee. Very good. Gene Siskel. Siskel and Ebert. Remember Siskel and Ebert? Thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, 1 thumbs up. You know, the whole movie critic thing. You don't know who that is? Okay. Mercy's coming in with a true. Here comes Tammy. She believes it's true. Eddie is not. That's not an answer. He says, no, I don't know. Millie says, I don't freaking know. Chris is like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Paula McCartan watched a lot of Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert as I did, and she says it should be true. Jessica's given 2 thumbs up. Action Sauce says it's a myth. Robin's got on the true. It must be a United States thing. I'm so sorry. I think I have the next question's about Australia, by the way. So stick around. We're going to find out. Let's see. True. Falsetto. Oh, we got a fancy false from Sir Pickles. Living up to the moniker, sir. I salute you, good man. Oh. Falsetto. Scalamouche. Do you do the fandango? Brian's coming in with a false, and the answer, my friends, is that's a myth. His will, which is on file with the Chicago court clerk, makes no mention whatsoever of his deceased thumbs. That is a myth. No, only the Fonz can be burned with his thumbs up. Hey, very good. Very good. All right. Good job. All right, Chris, this one's for you, buddy. I appreciate you coming to the show, so I got an Australian question for you. Here we go. Nature, of course, because what does Australia have if nothing but a hell of a lot of deadly nature that just wants to kill you? In Australia, the famed dingoes, who were widely mocked by the Seinfeld program back in the 90s because the dingo did what?
Ate my baby.
The dingo ate your baby. That's rude. It is inappropriate. And Chris, I apologize on behalf of these American infidels. Australia's dingoes don't actually bark in the wild. Is this true or false? Now, dingoes are dogs, basically wild dogs. They're a breed of dog. But it says here that Australia's dingoes don't bark in the wild. Let's find out. Let's see. Chris says he heard it happen. So, all right. It could be on good authority there. You've got an actual Australian in there. Let's see. Phantom's going to say it's true. Jessica's not buying it. They're not. Chris says, of course there's no barking. They're busy eating babies. Thanks, Chris. Sir Pickles believes that it's true. Chauvinism thinks they do. Let's see. Action Slot says it's a myth. Amy, Tammy coming in with the true. Paul on the myth. And Mercy is not buying it. Now, Chauvinism says he has visited Australia when he was there. There was actually a case of a dingo eating a 3-year-old. Holy crap. And see, I sit there and I think that it's an urban legend. It's an urban myth that every animal in Australia apparently wants to kill you. And here we have evidence that it might actually be correct. Like the only nice animal in the whole continent is Lily, the young pup companion of Mr. Chris J. Asher. So there you go. He says, yep, it's true. It's yip. They howl. They're quickly down under. How violent. The answer, my friends, is according to this, it is true. It is true. Australia's dingoes do not actually bark in the traditional sense that breeds of canine and wolves would bark. However, much like wolves, they have a very distinctive howl, and the yip can sometimes be mistaken for a traditional dog bark. So it's true, the dingo did not eat your baby, and it did not bark at you. There you go. Pickles, ouch. You got one.
Crocodile Dundee version.
That's not a bark. I'm going to offend somebody now. There we go. Grease, you know I love you. All right, here we go. The mother went to trial. Can't remember what the outcome was. The baby got eaten, apparently, was the outcome, and the dingo didn't make a sound. My mom ate it. All right, thank you very much, Phantom. Let's move on to health. Everybody knows. Come on. Everybody knows this. This is the most common knowledge thing in the whole freaking world. Everybody knows that your heart stops for just an instant when you sneeze. But the card is asking the question, crikey, did your heart stop when you sneezed? That's pretty good, right? Am I offending? I'm not offending you, am I, Chris? All right, so let's find out. Does your heart, in fact, stop when you sneeze for just that split second, right? So when you sneeze like 8 times in a row, you start to get a little nervous, right? Like, oh, crap, I'm dying a little bit every time. All right, they're coming in. They're saying it's true. Here we go. Phantom of Darkness, Amy, Robin is all in there. Tammy, Brian, but Chris is going to be the outlier. He's going to say no. I don't believe that for a second. Chauvinism is on board with that. He said, no, I don't think so. I don't think there's any heart stop. That's stupid. You die. Action Sloth is going with a true. Paula's on a true. Sean says, every time I sneeze, my soul leaves my body, and I think I need a shave. Lots of people saying it's true on this one, waiting for the last minute votes to come on in. And let's find out that, in fact, 1/8 of an orgasm. If your soul is phlegm, the answer is myth, not true. I'm genuinely surprised by this one. A sneeze can affect blood flow and pulse rate, but it does not, in fact, interrupt the beating of your heart. When you have a heart attack, you're supposed to cough. Same concept. Okay, when I sneeze, I feel like my heart stops and I'm dead. And then I realize I'm watching YouTube. And I'm only dead inside. Woo! All right, very good, very good. How we doing out there? Who's keeping track of the points? Phantom said a minute ago he was on a great streak, and now all of a sudden he wasn't scoring any more points. It was up to 3. Anybody got 3 points out there yet? Everybody's all over the board, isn't it? Some good consensus, but there's a lot of moving around. Whoo! Brian's got like 1. Eddie remembers the first time you died. I would love to have you on the show sometime, Eddie, and we can go over that, man. We can go through that experience. We're doing Halloween. Let's book that for Halloween, dude. You come on and tell me your death experience. Paula McCartan says 89 points. And when I sneeze, says Tammy, my bladder misbehaves, much like the show of a beloved, or host of a beloved Saturday night show who just flubbed that joke. All right, much when I pee, I misbehave. Back to business. I don't even know where that came from. I sneezed during the final history exam in school, and everybody else's heart stopped. So you had one of those big gargantuan, like world-shattering sneezes. That's the worst. Like you get that in a library or something. Like, what the hell, man? Okay, and Paula McCartan says that she died when she was 4, and again in your 30s, once, twice. You died, lady. Sorry. Well, you're glad you're alive and you're back with us here. That's all that really matters. And Amy sneezes really loud, and apparently makes people jump. Well, I tell you what, after some of the jokes that came out of that one, I feel like I need a shower. So what do you need for a shower? You need some soap. You know what my favorite brand of soap is? Ivory soap. That's not really true. Fact or myth, Ivory soap was not originally designed to float. Indeed, people around the world have discovered in their bathtubs that when you drop this particular bar, you're not in any danger. Ivory soap bars, in fact, are buoyant enough to float on the surface of the water. But it's not meant to be that way. They weren't designed to float. Is this a myth? Is this a fact? Or is Jessica Smith going to talk through my entire segment?
Sorry, I know the answer to this because I was told it.
Okay, well, why don't you finish chewing on the crackers in your mouth and then type your answer in the chat room rather than interrupting my show? Okay, so Ivory soap was not designed to float. Is that true or is that a myth? Everybody's coming in and saying it's accidental. They did not mean it to float. It's true, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. My favorite soap is Opera, and that one, of course, is for pickles. Thank you. I farted once and everybody was impressed. Did it smell like Ivory soap? Let's see. Here we go. Your own is yeah, true, 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 true. Tammy's the first one's going to step up the false on that one. Well, it turns out that that's actually a myth. After years of claiming that this was an accident, Procter & Gamble said in a 2004 court filing that the soap's buoyancy was indeed intentional. They received a statement from a gentleman named Pennywise who said that they all float down here. Okay, there you go. Ty, see I did that? He said they float down here, so I used it. It was funny. I call BS on all of them. All right, here we go. Next up, let's go back to celebrities for a second. Boom, baby. Everybody remember, now some of you in the room might not be old enough to remember little Mikey from the Life cereal. Mikey likes it, right? The TV commercial. Everybody knows that Mikey died from eating Pop Rocks and soda because it turned out that he had a hernia, and even though that's a myth, the Pop Rocks and soda exacerbated the hernia and caused internal bleeding, and he died in the hospital 3 days later. Is that fact or is that a myth? Ooh. How about that? Everybody just got really quiet. Action Sloth's like, I ain't buying your bullcrap for a second, pal. Myth. Here we go. Amy Rauch says that's a myth. Chris Ash is like, no. Eddie's gonna go, hey, mate, he died, but it's Mikey. Did he like it? That's a myth. Woohoo, bloody. I say true, Chauvinism. I respect you for your true vote, sir. Everybody else is coming in here. We got Robin on the false. Chris Asher says, no, he did not die from Pop Rocks. The freaking dingo ate him. And Tammy's going to go with false. Well, it turns out that I am, as usual, completely full of crap. This is a myth. Pop Rocks mixed with soda won't kill you. Not only did little Mikey not die, he survived well past his childhood. He now works in radio advertising. Go figure that one out. All right.
Only dead inside.
So he's only dead inside. He works in radio. Pop Rocks in adult diapers apparently are freaking hilarious. And I think I just figured out my Halloween costume for this year. Pop Rocks in an adult diaper.
No.
I can get one of the little hats and I can be Snap, Crackle, or Pop. Yes, it's gonna happen. This might be a good video idea for the channel, but you know, okay. All right, Brian Silvernair's got another one. He's up to 2 points. Good job, buddy. Woo, the minty soap. You don't put minty soap in the diapers. You gotta use the whatever we were just talking about a minute ago. What friggin' soap was that? I don't remember. Ivory soap. I almost said Dove. Okay, we got a long way to go. You better believe it. You bet your is. We got a long way to go. Okay, let's pick up the pace here. How about we go with some classics? Did you know? Or do you know? Does everybody know? This has got to be, right? Everybody knows this. Maybe they don't. There is a secret bar in Disneyland's New Orleans Square. It is the only place in the entire Disneyland theme park where alcohol is served. Is this true or is this a myth? Disney, right? Wholesome. Miserable kids running around in costume as characters, dying of heat exhaustion. Hidden little monkeys in the bushes running around picking up every wrapper that a kid drops. Let's find out what we say. Sorry. We say sorry. How many knows?
There's only one place that they serve alcohol.
Pickles is going to go true. Chris says it's true. Here comes Phantom with a true. Tammy says, nah, I don't think so. Eddie, true. Brian and Amy all in true. And hey, look, I got him. I split the vote. Brian and Robin are voting differently for once. I like it. Split the vote. I don't go there, but he knows it's true. It turns out, Chris says that it is Club 37. I did, however, go to Universal, and I read this card that says it's true.
There's only one place in Disney that serves alcohol?
It is called Club 33, and you can find it at 33 Royal Street.
That is a reason for me to want to go to Disney.
There you go. No booze other than the Bourbon Street, Royal Street, in Disneyland in New Orleans Square is your reason to go because you ain't getting messed up.
No, because I hate going to places that are geared towards kids and seeing sloppy drunk adults.
Well,
I hate it.
can we have sloppy drunk kids?
No.
Okay. Then we're going to move on to the next one.
Kids puking from the rides only.
Just don't threaten me with a good time. Okay. My sister went there. It's really hard to get into. But her husband's dad is a member. Very good. Okay. Robin read today that they're going to try to do alcoholic ice pops. You can't freeze alcohol, so how the heck are you going to do that? Slushies, I guess. I don't know. It makes sense. Sloppy adult drunks make kids. That's the circle of life, man. That's how it's supposed to go.
In the middle of Disney.
Well, that's a whole new theme park. You need a special ticket for that one. Woo!
Disney After Dark.
Disney After Dark. Okay, here we go. I'll tell you, we're working hard tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working up a sweat over here. On to the health category. Everybody knows that the way antiperspirants work is they stop the body from sweating. All right, antiperspirant. It stops the body from sweating. But is that true? Or is that a myth? What say you? Yeah, I did okay. Put some on today. Good. It's a little warm over here. It's on the hot freaking studio lights, man. I'm bouncing around. Let's see. Let's get some answers from the sloppy adult drunks. Eddie Kitzhofer says that's false. Brian says it's a myth. Jessica, it's that stuff you put on your underarm when I tell you stink. Let's see. Amy. Okay, here we go. Amy, Tammy, Chris are all coming in saying that's true. It stops your body from sweating. Robin says no, that doesn't sound quite right. Paula's in with true. Pickles says that's a myth. Chauvinism says it's false. Well, here's the thing. You might also get like I don't know. You might want to try to claim partial credit on this one or something. It's a myth. Okay. Antiperspirants do not stop the body from sweating. What they do is they prevent the sweat from reaching the surface of the skin by blocking the ducts. In other words, when you put antiperspirant on, it clogs up your pores and your sweat gland ducts. The body still, however, sweats. You just expire that liquid in an area outside where it doesn't make as much of a stink. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to say it blocks it from coming out, but your body in that area still sweats. It just moves around you. Scientific, unfunny, and actually kind of half boring. So we're going to move on to the next one here. Okay. Oh, we did Australian earlier. Well, I'm going to mix all my accents here. The French. It's time for the French. Let's go to France. Classics. Did you know? Everybody knows. Come on, everybody's heard this, right? The height of the Eiffel Tower changes depending on the temperature. Did you know that? That's everybody knows that, right?
His shrinkage. It was swimming.
Oh, poor American. It's cold outside. I have no size issues here in France. How dare you? Puh. That's deodorant. It's a different thing. The whole thing stinks. Tammy's going to say that's false. She does not believe that the Eiffel Tower changes height. Chris is coming in saying it's true. I think it's because it's made of metal. Let's see. Here we go. Phantom, Amy, Chauvinism, all saying it's true. Jessica's like, I don't know, man. Pickles coming in. Here we go. Brian, Eddie, all say it's true. Jessica says it's, no matter what, it's a nice ascent. I'd love to climb the Eiffel Tower. Although she was trying to say accent, she just doesn't know how to spell it. Be my guest. Paula McCartan says it's false. Mercy's coming in true. And Paula, you have Ms. Chauvinism standing corrected. But does his full height change with the temperature? Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. It turns out that, in fact, it's true. The Eiffel Tower grows and shrinks as much as 6 inches depending on the severity of the temperature change in the region. It sounds like it could be treated with a little blue pill, but who knows? They are French after all. Okay. Accent. Only climbing in the winter because it's smaller than you don't have to expend as much energy to get up there. I saved a whole 6 inches, man. Of course I'm going in the winter. It's amazing. That's what she said too. Next up, here we go. Woo! Business, back to business. Now, the American dollar is often referred to in common society as a buck. Hey, you got a buck? You know, just give me a buck. Spend a buck on this, right? The American dollar has come to be known what's the word? Colloquially as a buck. This reference was originally due to early currency in the United States being made from buckskins. Is this true? Or is this a myth? Let's say you. Here we go. She's typing. Let's get in there. The 40 gram, not the smartest. All right, Chris J. Asher's going to say it's false. All right, here we go. We're jumping up and down. We got true, false, true, false, true. All right, everybody's up and down the board here. Amy Rauch and Action Sloth, don't believe it. Brian's jumping on. Nope, no way. There's no way that money was made from buckskin. Metal expands and shrinks, but now we're talking about deer hide. We got a myth, we got a myth, we got a myth. Nobody's buying this one except for Tammy. She's coming in saying, you better believe it's true. Jessica Smith getting on the bandwagon. Here comes Mercy, says, no, I don't buy it for a second. That's a myth. Well, Action Sloth, what did you say? You said that was a myth?
Myth.
You don't believe that, huh? You don't believe that?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Now you're not sure. You like paused for a second when I said that.
I think it's because of fur trading.
Is it because of furs trading, or is the fact is that this is true? The buckskin was indeed an early unit of trade currency between early Europeans and Native American settlers in the frontier days.
Okay, so fur trade.
I'm going with the card that says that it's a buck because of a buckskin. That's where the
So it
nickname
wasn't
came
actually
from.
a paper dollar or that it was fur trade.
I'm going with the card. The reference became because. There you go. See? I'm trying to argue with a little freaking librarian over here. Here we go. She's got a master's degree. You ready?
Technically, I was true, the best kind of true. What?
Can y'all hear her arguing with me over here?
I was right. I was technically right. I said myth because it
She
wasn't
really
a
doesn't
paper
want to be wrong about this. She's
It
still
was
going.
Because of the fur trade. Mom!
So, how are you? Doing good? Having fun?
I'm fighting for my point here. My points don't matter, and I want all of them. Alright, go.
That's not how it was worded. You've got some apparently supporters in the chat room here. The buck stops with the cards. Thank you, Chris, for bringing the whole thing home, buddy. I appreciate that very much. All right, this one's for Sir Pickles. This is right up your alley, pal. Let's go to the celebrity category. Charlie Chaplin, right? Famed actor, thespian, one of the progenitors of early cinema himself, silent film hero. Charlie Chaplin, actually, he once lost a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest. Is that true, or is that a myth? Hey, Fluxnet Games is in the room. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Charlie Chaplin once lost a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest. Is that true? All right, Chauvinism says it's true. He came in third. Chris, true. Everybody who got true. Amy's in there. Action Sloth. Mercy. Everybody's in. Here we go. Phantom and Brian both say true. Just got them swapping some parts. There you go. That's true. You could win a Charlie Chaplin contest. Very good. Robin says it's true. I think everybody's on the ball with this one. That is indeed true. The contest was held in San Francisco. Apparently, he didn't even make it to the final round. He didn't come in third. He didn't even make it to the final judging. He came in 20th, according to Sir Pickles, who I figured would know the answer because he has studied the work of Mr. Chaplin. All right, got plenty of cards left to go here. Let's get some good ones. Look, I've been called old, right? I've been called, I'd say I bark a lot, but neither am I old or tree. Despite my barking, the oldest tree in the world is a 4,789-year-old bristlecone pine tree located in California. Is this true, or is this a myth? Now, I know of ancient trees all over the damn world. There's a giant, some kind of freaking tree in Africa. There's redwoods all over California. There's great big trees in South America. But the oldest has been measured to be this pine tree, 4,789 years old, in all places, California. Let's find out what they say. Chauvinism says, lied to all my life. I understand. You've been hanging out with me for the last, 2 years. I'm sorry. And okay, here we go. True? No. False. False. Action Sloth has no freaking idea. Chris says it's false. Only a couple people are believing that this old freaking tree would be in California. How old do they know it is? They looked under its skirt. How else would you know?
Really? You can tell how old I am by looking under my skirt.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
PG-13. How do you lose a lookalike contest when you're supposed to look alike? Okay, thanks, Phantom. Myth, they would have to cut down the tree to get the exact age. Well, interesting, my friends. It turns out that it's true. Actually true. Now, there was two parts to this explanation here. There was an older bristlecone pine tree that had been located in Nevada that was even older, but it was unfortunately cut down in 1965. So the way that they measured this was they did a deep core bore at the base of the tree and carbon dated the wood fibers located in the center of the trunk. There you go.
Did it kill it?
Nope.
Wow.
4,789 years old. If it lived that long and it lived through the 60s, I don't think anything was going to kill it.
That's true.
There you go. All right, so the question, according to Chris, the question is a deep core bore, and he's falling asleep over there, and it's only the middle of the day in Australia. Let's pick up the pace a little bit here. How about this one? The King, right? Thank you very much. Here we go. Elvis Presley himself. Now, look. Everybody knows that Elvis Presley spelled his middle name A-R-O-N. He was not, in fact, Aaron, and he did not mess up. But even though Elvis spelled his middle name A-R-O-N, the King's gravestone at Graceland contains the more common spelling of A-A-R-O-N. Is this true? Or is this a myth? Everybody knows, right? It's got to be. It's an urban myth. Here we go. Gotta love the Elvis. Phantom of Darkness says it's true. Here comes Chris, Pickles, Brian. Everybody's in there. Chauvinism, Amy, Robin, all saying it's true. Mercy, I gave an easy one here. Action Sloth, it's a whole bandwagon. The whole crew's in. It's not even Aaron. E-R-I-N. Oh, let's see. Is anybody there? No idea. He fakes his death. He's not. Elvis is not dead. He just went home. Faked. All right, Phantom of Darkness. Phantom of Darkness says fake. I'm sorry, I had a tickle in my throat. That was an awkward pause. Phantom, you said that it was false. Well, you done messed up, Aaron. It is true. The error, of course, has led many fans to believe that the King is still alive because that's not his name on the gravestone. So there you go. Give yourself a point. Y'all got a point. I'm sorry, Phantom. He's dating Jay Quellen. Oh, golly. Thank you. I appreciate that, Chauvinism. That's very good. A-E-I-O-U is his real name. I know. Okay. Robin called it out as I was reading the card. Robin is my favorite fountain of useless knowledge, by the way. I just want that to be on the record. Okay, all right. Nature. Back to nature. It is widely known that the Cheshire Cat from the fictional Lewis Carroll Alice in Wonderland is indeed based on a breed from Cheshire, England. The Cheshire Cat is indeed based on the real Cheshire Cat. But is that true? Or is that a myth? What say you? What do you think? You're the literary one. You're the librarian. Cheshire Cat. Extra Sauce says myth. Amy and Pickles are coming in on true. Chauvinism's not buying it. Jessica's bored. Chris is just freaking guessing at this. I don't freaking know this crap. What the hell? I came to play a game. Let's see. Brian, Eddie, all coming in false. Phantom, Mercy, myth, false, myth, false. Okay, Robin's not buying it either. He ate the Cheshire cheese from Cheshire, England. Of course. Yes, yes, yes. So I got to change my cards around now based on that question. Hold on a second. Let's see. Total guess. He ate the Cheshire Cat. Ladies and gentlemen, that one is in fact a myth. There is no such breed as the Cheshire. It is a fictional creation from the mind of Mr. Lewis Carroll. There is no such breed as a Cheshire Cat. And I'm actually surprised that Pickles got this one wrong. According to the card, now again, we know that he is a tried and true Englishman. But you know, the card contradicted you, my friend, so I'm sorry. Chauvinism is a stand-up comedian and a stand-up guy saying that he Googled the Charlie Chaplin thing. You know, I can respect, you know what, when you cheat, at least admit it, because then it's funny. Always go for the funny. Okay, here we go. I'm going to stick with something for a second because Sir Pickle says that the Cheshire Cat ate the Cheshire cheese from Cheshire, England. Well, speaking of cheese, everybody knows what cheddar cheese is, right? Cheddar cheese. Well, everybody knows that cheddar has a distinctive orange color that's part of the normal fermentation and aging process of the cheddar. Was that true? Or is that a myth?
Why are we talking about so much cheese?
Because it's this show. We're cheesy. Is it true that cheddar cheese gets its color orange from a natural process of aging and fermentation? True or a myth? And now I want some freaking cheese.
I will get some for you.
All right, and here we go. Tammy says it's true. Phantom says it's mold. That's just the blue cheese, homeboy. I don't understand. I'm gonna read your answers, but I'm gonna come back for a second. I like cheese. I know you like cheese. True. It's true, and it's true. Amy's coming in saying it's false. She's not buying that the orange. She is in fact a jeweler. She works with gold, so she knows her orange, I think. Okay. Paula says true. Brian says false. Robin's in with a myth. And I think that's all of the answers I got for that one. Pointing out for just a second, why do you people eat blue cheese? Can somebody please explain this to me? Because personally, I go throughout my day, I go through my life, generally trying to avoid intentionally putting mold in my mouth. It's not an enjoyable experience. It's never worked out well for me when it's happened unintentionally. So why on this green earth do you put blue cheese, which is just little flakes of freaking mold, in your mouth? Blue cheese is disgusting. Thank you. It's crushed Cheetos that makes it orange. Well, back to our cheddar discussion for just a moment. And the blue cheese, of course, is harvested from bathroom stalls on the Sunset Strip. Yummy. All right, good. Brian, come on, dude. It's freaking mold, man. All right, anyways, back to your cheddar cheese being naturally orange in color. My friends, that is a flat-out myth. It is not true.
I did not know that.
The cheddar cheese is colored with a substance called annatto, A-N-N-A-T-T-O. This is a yellow-red dye made from the seeds of a tree bearing the same name. Talk about artificial flavors and colors. Your white cheddar cheese is actually the natural cheese, and they fooled you with the orange stuff. So there you go. My whole life is a lie. All right, let's see where we're going here. No natural food these days. But, you know, you need some good, unhealthy, unnatural food when you're sitting in front of the TV watching your favorite show. But listen, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Don't sit too close to the TV. Sitting too close to the TV will damage your eyesight. Is this true? Or is this a myth? What say you, old people? Action Sloth Amy coming in with a myth. Mercy, she knows better. She says myth. Sooner or later, food will be robots. Thank you. You're a little late with that one. That's okay. Tammy says that's true. Tim, don't you sit in front of that TV. Right? False, 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 false. Myth, myth, myth. Sir Pickle's coming in for the true. Now, personally, I like to sit close to the boob tube, but, you know. False from Eddie. True from Brian. A little bit of a mixed results. The answer, my friends, is this is a stone cold myth.
I wonder if it used to be true.
Well, this myth dates back to the early days of television sets, when some sets were manufactured to emit excessive X-ray radiation.
Oh.
Early television sets were not particularly high-tech, and it was not advisable to bombard your eyeballs with the excessive X-ray radiation coming from the tube. However, these days, you're perfectly fine. You'll probably need some reading glasses if you do it for too long. But the little red and green and blue will not damage. Sit 1 inch from it and tell me your eyes won't be messed up. I know. I have to wear different glasses at work because the frickin' screens give me a headache. There you go. That's scary. There goes there's my winning streak. We need a sports. Oh, okay, hold on. Brian, I'll see if I gotta look and see if we got any sports questions in here. Hold on, buddy. I don't know what I got. Hold on, pal. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it for you. I got one. I got a sports question.
Well, there goes my mediocre streak.
I got a sports question for you, pal. Woo.
Why is it a Y? Why does it have letters?
I don't know. Oh, because in the real game, you're supposed to collect the cards and spell urban myth. Okay.
Oh.
Sports. Here we go. 2 months after he was acquitted of fraud, boxing promoter Don King invited all of the jurors who acquitted him on an all-expenses-paid trip to the Bahamas. It's kind of sports-related because it's about boxing. That's the best I can do, pal. Is the answer sports ball? The answer is always sports ball. All right. Sir Pickle says that's true. Chris is like, no, Don King did not freaking take the jury out for a weekend trip to the Bahamas. Phantom of Darkness says he sure did. Brian's like, hey, that's a good question. All right, I got some real trivia here for you, pal. Yeah, you ask, I deliver. I do what I can. I gotta do one thing while we're reading out the answers here. Hold on. I forgot to give Mr. Asher. Hold on, buddy. I'm gonna take care of you here. And boom, you've been wrenched. There you go. You've been wrenched. You don't been wrenched, Aaron. Andy Rauch says it's false. Action Sloth says it's true. Paula is on a myth. He took the jury out with Tyson's money, no less. Robin says it's false. What does that even mean? Oh, we're going to go with true. Agree with the Shav. Well, the fact is that, yes, Don King was just that ridiculous. The famed Mike Tyson boxing promoter took all of the jurors that acquitted him on an all-expenses-paid trip. He pulled the same stunt a second time in 1984 when he again was acquitted in a lawsuit. That's amazing. There's your sports question, Chris. Was it good for you? That was a great question. All right, yes, I got a great question. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Whew. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this one first. Everybody knows that New Coke sucked when they put it out into the world. It was a flop. It was horrible. It was a complete misstep on the company's part. New Coke failed miserably with consumers, and Coke eventually had to go crawling back to their original formula, having lost millions of dollars on the deal. But everybody knows that the introduction of New Coke was in fact a ploy. It was just a marketing campaign to build up market share for the re-release of Old Coke. And in fact, when they went back to the original formula, Coke not only recovered all the money they lost on New Coke, they doubled their profits in the first quarter. Is that true? Or is that a myth? The whole reason they made New Coke in the first place was just a marketing stunt. Just to say, here's something that sucks, and you'll come running back to the real stuff that we love, and you'll all buy it again. Here we go. Yes, it's a ploy. They did that here with barbecue shapes. What? Did they put... I'm sorry. I can't. Did they put shrimp on the bobby? No. Okay. True. I don't know, but it's funny. Eddie, Pickles, Sloth, Brian, they're all in there. It's true. It's true. Mercy, true. Amy, true. Tammy's gonna be the lone warrior that's gonna say no. I don't believe it. That's false. There's no way. Everyone else is coming in. It's true. Phantom, Robin, you're all on it. The shapes are type of biscuit. Okay.
Wait.
What?
Okay, does he mean biscuit as in biscuit like a bread or biscuit?
Biscuit.
Cookie?
I think in Australia, biscuits are cookies. I think. I'm not sure.
Okay, because I know in Europe, biscuits are cookies.
Paul McCartney saying it's false. Jessica Smith says it's false. They invented Santa and they put cocaine, and he says it's true. I don't know. That's a whole. We're all in like two different directions over here right now. Well, at the end of the day, when you look at the introduction of New Coke being a marketing ploy, that's in fact a myth. That is not true whatsoever. That is a full-on urban legend. Coca-Cola maintains to this day the increase in old Coke sales was a completely unintended byproduct of their campaign to try and revitalize their product for a new generation. That's false, like a cracker. Crackers are false, apparently. Oh, biscuits, crackers. Okay, ha, you got it. There you go. Cross between a potato chip and a cookie. It's hard to explain. Hey, we'll get them eventually. We got the Tim Tams. It took long enough, but we got them. So we'll get the biscuits, and we'll dunk them in Coke, I think, or we'll wash up with ivory soap afterwards. All right,
And then we'll float.
and then we'll all float down here. Oh hell! All right, a couple more. Oh man, it's a little warm in here, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the beans I ate earlier. Kidney beans are, of course, a staple, right? They are a tried and true food source for millions around the world. Kidney beans are the heart and soul of your bowl of chili, but everybody knows that kidney beans can be toxic if you do not cook them properly. But is that true? Or is that a myth? What say you? Kidney beans. Beans. Oh, that musical fruit. The more I eat, well, you know, you know the rest. Peachy, Amy, Peachy, for God's sakes. Eat Tim Tams. Get the milk and the Tim Tams and the kidney beans because it's false, says Chris Asher. No, that's not false. Pickles is coming in. They're going to go up and down the board here. We got a true, we got a false, we got a true. Chauvinism's on the false. Here we go. Brian says it's false. Paul is on the true. They're toxic when they're secondhand beans. Yes, you do not want to eat secondhand beans. Probably not a good idea. Let's see. Jessica wasn't listening, so it doesn't really matter. Well, in fact, my friends, this is true. If you do not properly cook your raw kidney bean, you risk ingesting a toxin with a really long freaking name, phytohegamaglutinin. The beans must be soaked for at least 5 hours and boiled for at least 10 minutes, cleanly drained and washed before they can be eaten. That is true.
Or just use black beans.
Or just use black beans, for the love of God. Why is it? Or lentils. Or pintos.
Just use black beans.
Just use the
Alright,
black beans.
Brad.
Okay. All right. And we got time for one more. Let's see here. Okay. Last one. Here we go. We're going to end on a high note here with a dead body. Crime. Everybody has heard the story of the New York City hotel that discovered a decomposing body of a 29-year-old woman hidden in the box spring after they investigated numerous complaints of a foul odor in the room. But is this simply an urban legend? Is this an urban myth? Could it possibly be true that a hotel in New York City found a body in the bed? What say you? Here we go. Last one up. Chauvinism, true. Sir Pickle says it's true. Chris Asher says that's stupid. No, that's false. Jessica Smith, true. Amy, true. Brian, true. Eddie's coming in. He says, yep, I go. I know, Jessica. For some reason, she would know why. I don't know. It's New York City, says Mercy. Of course it's true. Or was it in the wall, says Amy. Maybe you're trying to pull the quick question. Here we go. I saw this. Yep, it happened. Heard about it many times. Action Saw says true. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, you all win. The answer is true. That actually happened. It was New York. New York. You gotta love the Big Apple. All right, just don't die there and get buried in the bed. Wow. Okay, there we go. That, my friends, concludes this edition of Urban Myth. I hope you enjoyed that game. That was a pretty good one. Hey, it was fun. I had that Good job. God love you guys. You guys do an amazing job every single week. But that's about it. That's all the time we have for today. So please, indulge me. Let me do what I do, and let me say thank you and goodbye to you by saying thank you and good night to everybody who came out. Here we go, Brian Silvernail, Chris Asher, Phantom of Darkness, Brian Silvernail again. Here's Chauvinism, Fluxnet Games, Action Sloth, Chris Asher, Eddie Kitzoffer, Amy Rauch was in there. Hello, and thank you to Mercy. Thank you to Robin Van Dyne, Jessica Smith, Sir Pickles Presents, Phantom of Darkness. Everybody who came out, Tammy Gregory was here, Chauvinism. Oh, look at all these amazing names. Paula McCartan, we know you love you. Here you go. And everybody have a great rest of the night. I think that's everybody I got. Millie's TV Time was in there. Guys, have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next Saturday. We're going to do this again, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here with me, your buddy, Chaos Jones, here live. It's Chaos Theory Live.